What is the Rifleman's Rule?
Basically what you're doing there is you're just doing geometry. You have a laser rangefinder that's giving you the range, or you maybe not even have it. We would measure the angle, and then we'd use a mill relation formula to get the range, and then we would take the cosine for that angle and multiply it times the range, and that would give us an adjusted range. So the problem with that is because you're making a percentage change to the range. You could look at whichever edition of like the Sierra Bullet Manual that was current back in the late 80s, early 90s. It explained the correct way to calculate angles, and you have to take that cosine for the angle and you apply that to the amount of your bullet drop as opposed to applying it to the range. And the reason that those two aren't the same is because range is linear, whereas your amount of bullet drop is not linear with range, because as that bullet's going down range, it's losing velocity, therefore it drops faster and faster. And so because those two aren't linear, when you apply the cosine to the range, it gives you an error, and it starts to overcorrect for the angle. So I would say once you get past 500 yards and about 20 degrees, when you use the map distance method, the horizontal range method, or the Rifleman's Rule, 3 different names all for the same thing, you're going to start impacting low. If you don't compensate for the angle at all, you're going to impact high, but basically overcorrects.
Sure.
And so to correctly calculate for an angle, you have to have a laser rangefinder that has your rifle's ballistics programmed into it for it to calculate that correctly.